time for the TIO NTFL Division 2 Men's Grand Final between, of course, Southern Districts and the Darwin Buffaloes. The Crocs will be the team to beat after taking down the Buffaloes in the qualifying final. But the Buffaloes themselves will take great confidence coming into this game as they came from behind in the preliminary final last week. So this afternoon it is anyone's grand final premiership. Let's get TIO NTFL Men's Division 2 Grand Final umpiring panel. Our field umpires today is Adam Morris, Lincoln Clayton, Sandra Brown. Boundary umpires, Andrew Holker, Stephen Tresides and Melanie McLean. Darwin Hayes, William Kidd, Troy and our emergency umpire, Peter Clark. Round of applause for our umpires.
Welcome to the AFL NT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL Men's Division 2 Grand Final from Gardens Oval on Larrakia Country, where Southern Districts are going to take on the mighty Darwin Buffs. We're going to head to the middle of the segment. I've got my commentary partner here, Lockie. G'day, Lockie.
G'day, Dodgy. How are you? Yeah, really excited to be down here at Gardens Oval. Bit of a vibe as we're about to get into the ceremonies.
By acknowledging the traditional owners of the land we are meeting on today.
Always very stirring, Lockie, isn't it? The national anthem sung at the start of all our finals game here in the NTFL.
Yeah, it is, Dodgy. A bit of a vibe down here at Gardens Oval. I sort of love the way the NTFL have structured this with the lower division grand finals on the Friday night here at Gardens, and the original home of NTFL footy. There's a fair bit of tension around here, and both sides want it badly, and yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
It's been a series of momentum for the Buffs, with their men's Division 2 side quickly becoming one of the stories of the year. Week after week, they've built a reputation as a genuine contender, chasing what would be their first ever senior premiership and a chance to bring the cup back to Palmerston home base. And of course, standing in their ways as the mighty Crocs, which have had a fantastic year, seed hardened experience. They fell just 15 points short against Waratah Football Club in last season's GF. But a big result here would still be lingering.
Yeah, it would. It was a thrilling grand final last year, and it was Waratah who were able to do that. As for the Buffaloes, they go in looking for their first men's senior premiership in over 2 decades. No Buffalo side has been able to get the cup in over 20 years, and what an opportunity they have today. You can tell by the amount of double blue supporters in here that they can feel something rising tonight, Dodgy.
Yeah, it's a really strong crowd. I mean, it's been pretty shocking weather here, although it's cool, but we've had 90, 100 mils of rain again today, and it's been running like crazy. But the Gardens Oval is looking at a treat out there. It doesn't look like it's chopped up too much, and they've done the best they can to get it right. And look, I think it's great to spread the finals around a little bit, and it gives the grounds a bit of a rest, but also gives people here in this area on the beaches a chance to come across the road, watch a game, catch up with some mates, and see some good footy.
Yeah, exactly right. It's absolutely packed in here at Gardens Oval. Quickly, both sides, the Darwin Buffaloes playing tribute tonight for William Rocket the Buffs, who one of their fallen brothers throughout the 25-26 season. William tragically passed away after suffering a sudden medical episode during a pre-season training session earlier in last season.
And a great club man, a good player, and also a committee member and a real strong volunteer and a member of the club. So they'd be playing for him tonight for sure.
Exactly right. The Rocket Effect has been a theme throughout all Buffalo grades, and no doubt he'll be in the minds of players tonight, as well as Crocs are playing for their fallen brother, Ryan Christophers. The Crocs will carry their own tribute, in the Division 2 Premiership captain who tragically lost his life last June. So a lot of emotions, a lot of feeling, and we are all set up for a classic grand final here in the men's Division 2 of the NTFL at Gardens Oval.
Can't wait for it. It should be an absolute ripper. Looking forward to every minute of this.
Balls aloft. Crowds are waiting. And we are underway here. Men's Division 2 Grand Final for 25-26 will be decided tonight. The ball on the deck is slippery, as you can imagine. That high kick coming up. Aldridge was able to get the spoil out the back, but the Crocs get the first real possession going forward. This ball will go over the head of Tranter, but coming forward. Crocs able to take a nice mark there. Looks like McGennickson.
He's got 2 or 3 on here, so if he, they just couldn't clear the ball. If they got the ball, they had 2 or 3 on going towards goal, but they keep him pushing him out. Obviously, very wet conditions as well.
Nicklin lost his footing, but the Buffs are able to still kick away. Crocs are set up behind the ball, and that is Todd Hayes.
4 or 5 behind the ball there, Lockie, so that's a good tactic in these conditions once the ball's going forward.
Definitely going to be a lot of feeling in this. McGennickson was there. He got spoiled away, front of the pack. Another man down in the back line for the Buffaloes. Aldridge now is able to run through the middle of the ground. Kicking off his left, beat his man, and now the Crocs will be able to rebound again. Clark, he'll find McPherson now. Still a Buffs player down behind play. That looks to be new. That kick inside's a poor one, and the Buffs cut it off.
They've got a couple of options. They're going to go to the boundary, which is always a smart move as a backman.
Went over the head. Good tackle coming on there. McPherson might have been done. The umpire let it go. Handball fed out to Capill. The handball didn't get far. Couldn't get past Franklin. Kick inside 50 for the Crocs now. It is a wet pill out there. This will go over the head of Power. Now the handball up. Been in everything early, McPherson. The pot shot at goal is going to be good. A mark 15 metres out is a perfect start for the Crocs.
They've looked good early, haven't they? They've got the game plan going. They've got 3 or 4 behind the ball. There's some really good forwards up there looking to get opportunities and get busy.
So Damien Rowe takes a mark. And he can go back and give Southern Districts the dream start here at Gardens Oval. Makes no mistake. Crocs get first blood.
Wouldn't they love that? And that's a great thing about our NTFL footy. When it's wet like this, the first thing you want to do is get some scoreboard pressure against the opposition, because that gives them a chance to sort of get themselves sorted out behind the packs and make sure all the positions are right. But 1 or 2 goals up early. They're 1 up so far. That's what we're looking to try and do.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes gone, all being played in the Crocs forward 50. Your umpires quickly: Adam Morris, Lincoln Clayton and Sam DeGraff, your main umpires today in the men's Division 2. Really slippery underfoot, dodgy. Yeah. It is going to be a slog.
They've had to move it off the cricket pitch area out to the other side a little bit.
Back up in the middle. Power doing the ruck work. There for the Buffs. Bouncing forward. Trevena is able to get the kick forward, but a free kick will be paid. It'll go the way of the Darwin Buffaloes.
So what's he going to do here? He's got 2 or 3 options short. I think he's going to have to take one of those in these conditions. If he tries to roost it, it's just going to get rebounded, I think.
Collinson looks wide towards the wing. Went through hands and then was slapped forward. The umpire just letting things go. It is going to be a dead set slog out there tonight. Collinson going back to get it. He got a nice handball over the top and it releases a few Buffaloes players on that far side. Kicks a scrubby one off the side of the boot, but it might still work. It'll bounce in front of Saylor here, who's able to get back onto the ball and belt it inside 50. Pressure came, but the defender was good enough to hack it forward. Line ball right in the middle of Gardens Oval now.
Get your body behind it in this weather.
McGennickson now gets around, rocks and rolls, looks for home. Can he get it going? Touched on the line.
What a great passage of play from Crocs. Then they got the turnover off, was Roxham in the middle there, and just ran straight off him, and were able to get that rebound going really quickly. And that's some pretty quick footy from the Crocs.
Dane McGennickson, he's the one to watch here for Southern Districts.
And it straight over.
Crocs here with the chance again. Top of the goal square. Mark's going to be paid. Buffs frustrated. But Southern Districts are going to have an identical shot from the same spot as where they got their first. And this will be from Benjamin Armat.
Famous name in footy in the NT, Armat, and he's been a tremendous player for them over a few years. He's just right in front. He's probably going to kick from about 15 metres out right in front.
Armat looking to make it 2. He misses what he should have kicked.
And the famous commentator curse has occurred immediately.
Yeah, we've put it on him, but the margin is out to 8 points, and it is a good start for the Crocs here. Buffs just need to slow the ball down and find Tranter.
Tranter's been in it early, and he's marking very well down there in those conditions.
Deep kick out to a 1-on-1. Could have been a free kick paid. That one's out on the full. It is up.
No, he's going to pay it. Is he going to pay around the neck? No, he's going to pay out the full.
It is as hot as a cat on a hot tin roof at the moment. Dodgy.
Crowd not too happy with that one, or some of the crowd anyway.
Some serious feeling in the grand final early. Ball will go down towards the wing, and a nice mark taken in front there from Sailor. That might set the tone.
He's pretty hard to push off the ball, Sailor. Oh, he had plenty of time. He didn't realise he could mark that. He had nobody around him, but Buffs into attack again. They've got that ball rolling pretty quick. Got to get that slush out of the middle, Lockie.
DeSantis kicks forward. 1-on-1 again. Big pack forms. The umpire will pay the mark out the back to Kapil. Hurst inside 50 for the Darwin Buffaloes. Be hacked out again. Sailor will be able to easily intercept.
He's reading the play well, Sailor.
Had Collinson on short. Now this kick here for the Buffs.
He's trying to pull a 50.
Bit of funny buggers.
Should almost reverse that.
Collinson just needs to go and take his kick.
He's going to get a warning. He's pretty lucky there. I reckon he was lucky because he took a swing or a push.
Jeez, there is some feeling in this one early. This ball's gone up towards the half-forward flank. Who can do the best of it? Ball came through. Dribbling and dribbling. Not on target. It'll go through for a behind.
Gee, there's a few Buff supporters here who are pretty vocal, and they love their club down at Buffaloes. It's you've got a bit of a connection down there too, Lockie.
Yeah, I do, Dodgy. It's been over 2 decades since the Darwin Buffaloes won a men's grand final, and you can tell how much they want it tonight. They've packed out.
They do, and they've come out. The blue and white banners are everywhere, and it's really good to see. This is suburban footy at its best as the ball's kicked back down the boundary line towards the wing.
Nice mark in front there from the captain in Pemble. And he'll run his measure. Got a few to deal with. Kick came off the side of the boot. Might end up working. Set up nicely for Trevenna now. Plenty of push and shove off the ball. This kick's a nice one inside 50. Might just release Pollard if he can go cleanly with the one hand, but got run down. Stephenson came out of nowhere.
That's a match-winning tackle, that one early, but I tell you what, that's the sort of stuff. It's certainly a goal-saving tackle.
Fantastic chase down there from Zach Stephenson. And now he'll go through the middle of the ground to Brown. So a beautiful minute or so there. Now they get it inside 50. 1-on-1 incoming. Will bounce out the back, and it might not be the go. It goes out of bounds.
Chance to reset here, and look, they've got plenty of big bodies down there, Buffs. So I think they've just set up a little bit better than they have in the first 5 minutes. They've been very strong around the packs, and they've just worked out how to block the run off the districts.
So ball back in. Magropoulos bounced off his hands, then laid the tackle and just threw him into the ground. The umpire has to pay a free kick there.
Definitely going to pay a free kick. There's a bit of feeling, but it's fairly it's a fair sort of play. There's just a lot of bodies being thrown around, partly because of the conditions as well, because it's going to be a lot slower in these sort of conditions than normally would be.
Dodgy, this is going to be a dead set 12-round brawl.
Hey,
this is going to go for as long as it possibly can. Both sides more worried about the man than the ball at the moment, and every contest is massive as it's on the far side. Bouncing towards Nicklin, who was able to pick it up but kicked it into the man, so a dribbling ball inside 50. Going through was nice. Brown, he ducked his head. Umpire just letting things go here. Another big tackle. Now Collinson again. Can he be clean with it? Found his left boot and kicked inside 50. Bouncing ball, opportunity here for the Buffs. Brown, can he find his left boot? No, he can't. The umpire will say it's holding the footy. And we get a moment to breathe, Dodgy.
He tried to bounce it then, Brown, and all he had to do is get the ball on the foot pretty well. Sailor was running towards goals, pushing people out of the way, so he had opportunities.
Trevenna switched the play, put a bit of pressure on, but the Crocs find the far side. And the bouncing ball towards Nicklin, who went for the dive. Stephenson had to help him out and did well enough to then find his feet and try to give it back to Nicklin, who can put him inside 50 again. Numbers here with the Crocs, though, as once again, Trevenna, another intercept mark.
Gee, he sets up well behind the ball, doesn't he, Trevenna? He just does it every time, and he's repelling nearly everything down there.
So a long ball, a 2-on-1. Ball at the feet of it. DeSantis kicks nicely to Sharples. So the Buffs have had a lot of it inside their front half in the last 5 minutes. They just haven't been able to put it on the scoleboard.
Good short pass that time, and that's what they've got to do. They've just got to pick their way through, trying to change the angle a bit if they can, because the Crocs has put up so well behind the footy here.
So Joseph Collinson, if any man for the Buffs can go from here, it's him. He goes long and strong, and it's touched on the line.
Just touched.
The dismay of the Double Blues.
Well, that was exactly what he should be doing. He's got to take that shot, take that opportunity. They've got to try and pick their way through. And now they're sitting only 6 points down, 6 points down currently, so they're in a good position here to keep pushing forward.
Of course, Joseph Collinson, a former Premier League footballer. If you were out there tonight, don't be mistaken, there is quality on the park as this ball dribbles forward for the Crocs now. How clean can they be in the wet conditions? Slapping forward. Now the ball will move to Turnbull. He's got a one-on-one against Devron here. Turnbull continues to slap it forward. Now gets it to Rowe, who twists and turns and handballs, and Shires can line him up. Came off the side of the boot, and the goalkeeper was there. The umpire's going to pay a downfield free kick.
Bit of stuff going on behind the play there. It was a bit of push and shove, but the umpire was right there.
It's going to McGennickson.
It's going to get Buff's second goal here.
And McGennickson kicks the second for the Crocs after all the play was with the Buffaloes. They jump out to a 12-point margin.
And that absolutely kills you if you're a coach for Buffs. You say, look, we did all the hard work. We had the ball in the forward line. We couldn't convert. And then they give away a nice, easy free kick as the rain starts again here in Darwin. We've had some really good rain in the wet season this year, and it's coming down again, and that's going to make it even more slippery out there.
So Dane McGennickson has played 9 games before this, kicked 38 goals. He's their star.
Clicking over just on 12 minutes now, and there's a 2-goal lead there to Districts, which is a pretty good lead in this sort of conditions. If they can get another one, they're going to sort of feel a bit comfortable. But Buffs they've done everything right, just couldn't get the scoreboard happening.
So back up in the middle. 12 minutes gone in this first quarter of the grand final. What a hot 12 minutes it has been.
It's been a terrific 12 minutes, and I just love the crowd involvement here. We're sitting in right amongst it. It's fantastic.
It is certainly a bit of a vibe, Dodgy, if I dare say so.
Yep.
They've packed in here to Gardens Oval, the original home of the NTFL.
And if nobody cares what division this is, it's a grand final, and it's a senior grand final, and you just want to win it. You have a sleepless night the night before you want to win this thing.
Yeah, exactly right. Stephenson now looks to go wide, asking a lot of the one-on-one, but doing well was Franklin, who might have won himself a free kick. The Buffs continue to move it forward now. There, Pilly tries to get it going, but the umpire will have it back.
And Pilly needs to run the other side of the goal that time, just to be in the attacking position. But he got to the footy, but he was just on the wrong side, which allowed the Districts to slow him straight down.
Big swarm of players around this contest. You can see why it's just a kick to a contest, and every contest is so big because the packs are just moving with the ball. Dodgy, there's no room for space.
No, and the late Dennis Committee, who passed away this week, he would have said that's not centimetre perfect, that one. That was just off the side of the boot and kicked straight out of bounds, so it's going to be a Buffs free kick here. They just have to get it down their forward line and lock it in somehow.
No, Pilly. Handball back to Pollard, who put it inside now, begging for a mark. Might work out the back. Handball coming up. Opportunity here. Bouncing through Mick. He was able to flick the handball. Now a chance here for the Buffs from the pocket. Has that one gone through? An incredible start for the Buffs.
That's wonderful. That's a great goal. And the runoff from the free kick was what set it all up. It just changed the angle, changed the way things the Districts backline were thinking. Just stretched their back six too much, and they were just able to kick it over the top. So fantastic goal. That puts it back right within distance here. Districts sitting 2 goals, 2-14. Buff sitting there at 1 goal, 2-8, just on 15 minutes, 14 and a half minutes into this quarter.
Eric Campbell able to find the outside of the boot in the pocket. The extra handball would help, and what a start. That is a crowd lifter for the Darwin Buffaloes. They get on the board. Margin back to 6 points with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Back up in the middle of the ground. Pollard was able to get the hit out forward. Bouncing off a few was Stephenson. He went back to Pollard, who got boot to ball. Hitting forward, and numbers here with the Buffs here too, if they can get it moving. Magropoulos, he's able to kick it inside 50. It'll be huge here. Aldridge could have been pushed in the back. The umpire's going to pay it. They'll take the advantage here, the Buffs, and kick to a one-on-one. It goes through for a behind, and they could have just been composed, but it'll get it back to 5 points.
But you don't mind that. You're just trying to keep the ball moving. As we keep saying, it's a wet conditions. Just keep the ball going forward. Try and put some pressure on. And certainly the districts at the moment are sort of floundering around down there in that back line.
So DeBoer to kick in for the Crocs. Goes long.
He's kicked it a long way.
Falls out the back as you'd expect. Amar is taking in a tackle. Collinson will ask the question and be rewarded. How's the noise?
And the intensity of the Buffs here is incredible. Actually, that should almost be 50. Umpire right there. Oh, he's reversed the free kick. He's reversed it. Yep. Off the ball, you can't do that. Not right in front of the umpire, right in front of the crowd. You got no chance.
Ball out wide. Good spoil. Darwin, kick forward, just to where it came from. Collinson, blind turned off nobody, and then delivered a bullet pass inside. They go again, the Buffs, but a nice smother coming from Kapil. Handball came out towards the corridor. Great pick up here.
Courage.
Stephenson had to take on about 20 Crocs.
Courage, that's just what you call that.
And now they run forward, the Crocs. They've got numbers. McGennigskin will get out the back of him. Chance here for Rowe. Deliver the handball. Going in is Armat. And kicking the goal is Armat. Yes, sir.
That is a magnificent goal, Lockie. That's one of the best you'll see at any level of football in this league, and it's a running goal. He just had control of the footy in a great position and just slammed it through for Croc's third goal, which is well needed, because at that stage I thought Buffs were on top.
Benjamin Armat turns the tide on what should have been a Buffs inside 50 free kick, and in red time of the last minute.
Absolutely, and the turnover, it was a shocker, because that's actually taken from an attacking position to a defensive position, and it's cost them a bit dearly, so they'll have to clean it up a little bit.
11 points the margin. What a game this has been so far, Dodgy. If this is the start to the next fortnight, we're in for a treat.
You and I love our footy, and we certainly love this sort of footy where it's hard and it's fast and it's skillful. That's what it's all about.
Pollard, it's gritty. You forgot to include that. It is going to be a dogfight here. Umpires pushed it in the back, so...
One more chance here. You reckon if they get the ball down quickly, they probably got 55 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to need a mark from here. The umpire's actually going to pay a blood rule. So that'll be the end of the first quarter here at Gardens Oval. What a fiercely contested first 18 minutes it was.
It was absolutely fantastic, and that's the sort of the footy we come to expect in any sort of grand final, Lockie, and these two sides are certainly plenty going. There's a little bit going on going towards the huddles there, and just they're very excited. It's a sort of game where your blood's up and you want to be doing what you do so well. Just an unfortunate turnover cost the Buffs that third goal to Districts, but it's quarter time here down here at Gardens Oval, where we've got the lead there of 11 points, and we're back straight after these breaks.
We're for being in it together, like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real. Or like this couple celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this thing. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Welcome back here to AFLNT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL Men's Division 2 Grand Final from Gardens Oval on Larrakia Country, with Southern Districts are taking on Darwin Buffaloes. What a first quarter, Lockie.
Yeah, thrilling start, Dodgy, to this grand final. Can't ask for much more. The crowd's backed in. The game's delivering in the first 18 minutes.
And just 11 points in it, so I think it's really important that Buffs keep the pressure on now and go forward very early if they can.
Back underway here. Second quarter action of the grand final. Hit out one by the Crocs going forward. Collinson led the race again. Certainly been the best on ground so far. His kick will go out wide in front of Stephenson, who's not too far behind him, but well done from McPherson, able to gain the intercept and kick a high ball into the middle of the ground. That works. Lewis loses his footing, then told to play on. Tried to run away like a deer in the headlights, but he might get it back.
He's going to have another chance to set here, and he's just looking for a shorter option, but I think he's going to have to go long out to the wing or out to the forward flank there.
So these two teams have played 4 times this season. Both have won 2 each.
It's a good mark behind there too, isn't it?
Nicklin taking the mark.
He's found a player free on this commentary side wing here. There's another short if he needs it, but he's going to try and go a bit longer than that.
Cardona hits a nice kick inside now to Power. A good little link up here for the Buffaloes. Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. He's got to sit under it. Had to go backwards. Franklin did well. Able to kick inside now. Need a contest. Coming to the ball hard and sliding forward. The Buffaloes get a mark inside 50.
And Franklin was brilliant there. The ball wasn't kicked to his advantage, but he was able to win it and get the foot on the boot on the ball and get it right there into centre half forward. He's going to kick from about 20 out, directly in front here.
Best play of the day so far for the Darwin Buffaloes. Eric Campbell's got the ball in his hands. He kicked the only Buffaloes major so far, looking for 2. What a boost it would be in this second quarter.
Can't see him missing.
Campbell strides in and connects.
And the crowd go berserk. It's a great goal too. Why wouldn't they go mad? But Lockie, it's a terrific set of play there from the Buffs. They just got their game going beautifully there with their tried and true players, and they sit now only 5 points behind the district. So this is an absolute ripper game, as you predicted. It's going to be an arm wrestle right the way through to the end.
It certainly will be.
Conditions once again are a little bit wet, but they're not absolutely streaming down, so there's an opportunity to show some skills, and the better players always stand out in these sort of conditions.
So once again, Power taking on Pemble.
It's a big boy, Power. Strong across the body.
Pemble won it. Didn't go far. Umpire letting things go. Almost went for the whistle on Collinson. Now another wrap-up. Plenty going on behind play. Umpire will have it back.
And there's a Women's Division 1 grand final happening straight after this game here, and it's going to be chopped up. By the time they get to that one, there's going to be plenty of water around the ground.
Yeah, well, the umpire actually moving this to some greener pastures. Power won this time. Tried to go forward. Pemble found a bit of mud. Now slap forward. Matt is able to kick high. He's bouncing ball forward.
How's the pace?
Was able to get around him, Matt. Now goes inside 50. Opportunity here. Plenty will come at the ball, but the Buffs intercepted again. Butterfield this time.
Look at the switch, but it might be a bit dangerous because there's plenty running through the middle there. It's going to have to go down the line.
So Butterfield goes long. Just going through the hands of Tranter, who is actually on his own. The umpire's going to pay, pushing the back free kick. This will go to Todd Telly Hayes, the 57-year-old.
57.
He kicks inside. Taken off the ball. The umpire letting things go, but he saw that one in there against McPherson. Good opportunity now for Southern Districts.
His eyes are darting left and right. He's looking for an opportunity. I think he's going to have to go long.
He will. McPherson went to the teeth of goal. Slap forward by Butterfield, was able to get it out momentarily. His kick will be hacked forward in front of Aldridge, who kept it in smartly to Collinson. He rebounds and this ball will go down the line, but Hayes is there to pick it off. He has to be clean. Could have been pushed in the back. Umpire just letting things go. McGennickson able to get the handball over to Trevenna, who kicked high, asking a fair bit of his teammates as this one bounces out the back. Collinson. Ball being played on the boundary line. Contest to contest. Trevenna again. Umpire found the free kick in there to Saylor.
Saylor's been good. He's been all over the ball, and he's a bit of a director. He's a general out there.
So Keith Saylor now goes through the middle of the ground. A risky kick, but it might pay off. Nice bounce. It was able to sit up for Campbell, who got onto his left boot and kicked long to a one-on-one. Deep down there is Eames. The ball might find the boundary line in front of him. It did. So it'll be thrown in, but a good spot for the double blue.
And no one's going to get in front of Campbell when he's running to the ball like that. They're just going to say, oh, I have to go and pick up someone else. He's a strong fella, and he's going to run straight through if you go anywhere near him. And that's the strength of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Kick the 2 goals. There's Eric Campbell. Back in. Here it came from Pemble. Might work to Collinson, looking dangerous. He lays the tackle now. The umpire is going to wait and have it back.
Almost.
5.5 minutes gone in the second quarter of this men's Division 2 granny.
Good stoppage here for the double blues. Good chance to get one here.
Watch Dale Eames. He'll try to take it out of the ruck. Got the hit out down to Collinson, who found the boot, but Hayes was able to soccer it out. Went forward. Now a flying shot at goal. Out on the full.
District's looking to try and get it out to this side. There's a bit dry land out here, but I think they're a bit too concerned about trying to put a switch on here.
So the kick from Capil.
Oh, he's turned it straight over.
Went deep. McPherson did well. Tried to sell the candy, then got ripped by his hair. He won't like that. Tackle came from Aldridge. He won't back down, but he got tripped over. So the Crocs kicked right into the guts. Watch this one just slip off the deck and find a Crocs teammate. Now they try to roll forward here from Locke. He gets the kick going long. McGennickson will try to beat the boundary line, but it will beat him. And we'll get a throw in, but a good set of play there from the Crocs.
Definitely, in that slosh in the middle, they look clean, even though the ball was under duress with the mud and everything there, and they were pretty happy to get that ball locked in their forward line because the Double Blues were looking pretty strong down there.
So Ben Locke. McGennickson, we might have this one thrown in again.
Bit too shallow.
Ben Locke, number 34, one of the great haircuts. The captain for the Crocs. Tried to tap down to McGennickson, who doesn't have a haircut, and gets the ball back. He kicks long to the teeth of goal now. Bouncing ball in front of Ahmad. If anyone can weave some magic, it'll be Ben Ahmad, but it'll come back in.
And he's amongst the best, isn't he, Ben Ahmad? He's out there doing everything. Each time the ball's down there, he makes something happen, and he's an exciting player to watch.
So a big pack has formed. McGennickson and Pollard.
Just need to get a couple free here.
Tapping out the back, Carroll. Kicking away there was Tranter. Got it out of danger, but the Crocs will bring it right back where it came from.
Good mark in these conditions, and he's got a chance to set him up again because they're caught napping a bit here, Double Blues.
Turnbull went into the pocket and found the man. And it'll be a mark.
Got a bit after the mark, but after he was taking the mark, but umpire's not having any, but said you sort of staged for that one a bit.
So Damien Rowe holds firm in the pocket.
Can he get it from there, Lockie?
It is a tough pocket to kick from. It would certainly bring the crowd to its feet. Rowe from the pocket kicks across the face. And the margin out to one solitary goal.
One solitary goal in this men's Division 2 grand final, and it's an exciting game to watch. The skills are high. There's an arm wrestle going on at the moment, up and down the ground. I think at this stage you'd say that the Crocs had the ascendancy just in this quarter, last 5 minutes, but they're certainly not over the Double Blues. They keep pushing forward, and when they do go forward, they look nice and clean.
Certainly just slowed down a little bit dodgy, not as much off the ball. Players, no doubt, getting a little bit fatigued. This ball will find Butterfield.
And these sort of games always open up at some stage.
He went long to a big pack. Collinson was good enough there. Went with the outside of the boot and had plenty of teammates in the middle of the ground. Who can step up? Fantastic pickup. Now Brown. He'll just soccer it towards the boundary line. It's a foot race. Brown got pushed over, so they continue to go forward. There is plenty going on. Big tackle. Crowd will let you know the story. Crocs get the footy.
Umpire paid a free kick. To the Crocs. Holding off the ball, I think.
Alex Capil will get the free kick.
Capil saying, I wasn't touching him, Ump. He had hold of me.
I bet you can guess what crowd he's in front of right now. So Capil finds McGennickson.
Man with a great haircut. Looks like a Viking out there, doesn't he?
He's a big man. He could be the difference. Kick went up the line. Nicklin body lined it and got the handball away. Now the bus can surge. They kick forward and finding a teammate. It just bounced off the chest there of Kickett, who had to go back and get it. Buried in and under. Going through Capil, but he got met. Now McGennickson's able to get the handball away. How's the pressure from the bus here? It is relentless. It's on the far side in front of the crowd here. Players just throwing themselves at it.
Of course, Kickett played a lot of his Premier League footy at Tigerland, and he's in the air and he's pushing his weight.
We're going to see a card here, dodgy. There is plenty of feeling in this.
Someone's going to have a break.
Never mind skill. How about heart? This is Keith Saylor, who is being one of the best players, but he's getting sent off for kicking.
In danger.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So Saylor will go to the bench.
That will be a big loss to them because he's been such a good player, a prolific player around the ground.
Kicks through the middle of the ground. Expect another big contest here. Diving in there was Lorraine. Lacera. Now Collinson again.
Straight up in the air.
Clever little kick if it can get to Brown. It does. Rolls out in front of him. To go back and get it. Brown wasn't able to. McPherson now can run away, and he's got plenty of time and space, McPherson, as he kicks inside 50, but the kick didn't do it justice as it finds the boundary line, and we'll get a throw in.
And it's locked in the district's forward line again, so they'd be looking to convert here. There hasn't been a goal kicked in this quarter so far, so there's plenty of activity, but not much on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. Only the one goal so far in this quarter to the Darwin Buffaloes. Crocs haven't been able to put one through the big ones here. It might change as it slapped right towards the goal line. Going back to get it is Cardona. Couldn't get it far enough, and it might be turned over in the most dangerous of spots. Carroll takes the mark right in front.
And basic mistake on the back line. Go to the boundary, head out the wide, don't go straight down the middle, because if you turn it over, they're going to target right in front there. That's exactly what's happening here.
So the Crocs have kicked 2 goals from this exact position.
Get this one.
Carroll makes it 3.
Umpire doesn't move that time, Lockie, and that's a really good result for Crocs because they weren't probably dominating that last 4 or 5 minutes, but they just were able to get that ball down there and score very quickly as we head over to 13 minutes in this quarter, second quarter in this men's Division 2 grand final here at wonderful Gardens Oval. We hope you're enjoying the coverage here from AFL, NT and TIO.
Matt Pollard just limping off the ground for the Darwin Buffalo, so they could be 2 down on the bench with the yellow card.
It's really costly. That means he can't come back on until 5 minutes in the next quarter, I think, if I worked it out right. Not quite right, but I think that's about right.
It means Powell will have to go back in the ruck for the Darwin Buffaloes. He'll be taking on the much undersized Todd Pemble, the captain for the Crocs.
He's done well, Pemble.
Yeah, what he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for in heart. Watch him go hard here again and winning it.
He won it well.
To a teammate, thrown over his head. Collinson again out of the middle, and again with the outside of the boot. Eames dived, couldn't bring it down. Pushing forward, Buff's desperate. Handball intercepted. Good pick up there from Magrapillis. He was taken off the ball. And a free kick will go the way of the Buffs.
Plenty of this, Lockie. Plenty in this here now. There's absolutely no drop-off in feeling and emotion in this game. There's plenty going on and off of the footy.
This is reminiscent of the 70s and 80s.
He's a long way out here. I think it's going to be a bit of an issue for distance, but hopefully that doesn't upset his accuracy. He's probably going to be kicking from about 28 or 38 metres out, a bit further. He's near close to the 50 metre line.
Well, as I said earlier in the call, if there's anyone for the Buffs that can kick it, it's Joseph Collinson. He was able to kick one from this spot.
Big kick coming up here.
He's got the trip, Collinson. Has he got the accuracy? Right to the goal line. Gets through.
Another behind for the Buffs that puts them to 2 goals for 16, I believe. Just waiting for the score update here.
So 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes of beautiful football coming up, I think. It's just, and now the lights are starting to take effect here because the hardest time to play footy, Lockie, is when it's in this twilight time. So the lights are picking up the players and they can see the footy a lot better now.
So a bit of drizzle just starting to come down. Won't make much of a difference. It's already a scrap.
Yep. Yeah, it is a scrap, and that's the conditions, but it's also the emotion. And what a great kick forward. The Buffs are going to go on 1-on-1 on goal again. He almost played on. He's looking to turn around. He smokes towards the goals. Just off line again.
Errant kick there from Eames. Missing everything in the end, but another opportunity. Could have gone back dodgy and just taken a set shot. You think that would have been in play?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a couple of wasted opportunities, 2 points in a row. Once again, the Districts are trying to get the ball with length and strength out of their back line and past the 50-metre mark. They were successful on that occasion.
Collinson again. Free kick will be played. Player's not too sure where it's going from.
It's almost into red time here, so they have to get the ball moving.
Crocs get the ball on the far side. They kick up the line. Handball coming through here. Lorraine, can they get another late goal here? McGinnickson.
Oh. That was just fantastic footy. Just read the ball beautifully, knew exactly where he was, knew where his opponent was. I don't know how he got 5 metres clear on his player, but he did.
McGinnickson rolls around. Kicks a high ball. Won't go through, but right on the goal line. Well defended from the Buffs. Stood up in the big moment there. Knew.
Yeah, they've got a chance here if he can get out to kick it quickly.
And hit the target, but the Buffs should just slow it down. Don't need to concede another goal. 11 points in it. 1 minute to go. They do go down the line.
Oh,
big fly from McPherson. Wasn't able to come down with it. And he's just threw himself in there.
Looks like.
Cannot discount the courage some of these boys are showing. It is unbelievable.
How was it? What was his name McPherson? He just flew in the air there. He wasn't anywhere near the footy really, but he just took off and flew like an aeroplane.
Crocs player down.
Yeah, I think he got squashed on the bottom of the pack. They were a bit concerned, a few of the Crocs boys, when he went down. Hopefully it's not ribs or anything like that.
I think that would probably be the last moment of this first half. The men's Division 2 grand final.
He's trying to get back up on his feet. I can't quite pick up who it is at this stage, but he's in a bit of a situation where he's just trying to suck the big breaths in. Looks like he's going to come off the ground for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, blood rule. It's Peter Kopp. He brought off the ground. And that'll signal the end of what has been a ripping first half of footy here at Gardens Oval.
Yeah, fantastic. And the sort of players that you expect, Collison, Stevenson, those guys, Ben Armet, they've been everywhere around the footy. But it's not just those big stars that you expect to be in it. It's the players all around, and they're just putting the effort in. They're lucky. They've just got that run on. We're just trying to make sure that things are done properly.
So 11 points is the Crocs lead as we go into half-time here at Gardens Oval for the men's Division 2 grand final. We'll be back with second half action just after this short break.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here to Gardens Oval for the AFLNT's coverage of the 225-26 TIO NTFL Men's Division 2 Grand Final here from Gardens Oval on Larrakia Country, where Southern District Crocs are going up against the Darwin Buffs. We've just got their both sides back on the ground. Looks like a great second half coming up, Lockie.
Yeah, it does. Just one goal apiece to both sides in a hotly contested second quarter.
An 11-point lead to Districts currently, but that's nothing in this sort of footy. It's we're actually saying at half-time we couldn't pick between them, but we do think the Double Blues probably had the better of the play all around, but weren't quite as polished going forward.
Goal scorers Ben Armat, Travis Carroll, Damien Rowe and Dan McGinniskin, all with ones for the Crocs, and the 2 goals to Eric Campbell for the Buffaloes. So about to get back underway. The Premiership quarter, they call it.
Conditions are not too bad. There's a bit of a breeze going left to right of screen, I think, so that's coming off the sea, but the rain's sort of staying away mostly here.
Umpires are ready. The war resumes. We get going again. Who will outlast the other? Tap going forward. Crocs first hands. Ball towards the boundary line, out on the full.
So Buffs a chance to reset on this back line. Just looking to try and go straight down the line, I think, at this stage.
Tranter takes a kick in. He goes long. Could have been pushed in the back there to Power. Play continued. Ball went forward. We'll get out the back of a few players. And another throw in. This time in the Buffs front half.
They're going to hug that boundary because they just don't want to make sure that the ball doesn't get stuck in that middle quagmire out there. So that's where the mud is, and it's a much drier on both sides here on this commentary wing and the outer side there towards the casino side.
So 7 scoring shots to 6. Suggests the Buffs have wasted a few opportunities. Power and Pemble again. Watch Timmy Aldridge, number 6. Off the back of this contest, if we can get towards him, it went forward instead. Kicking forward was Hayes. High ball, sitting under it was Nicklin. Been good. Nicklin.
Kick it forward.
High ball, numbers with the Crocs. Coming across well there was Stephenson. Created a contest, but the ball will be kicked away again. However, it's turned over. Sharples ran his measure, got onto the right boot and kicked it high, but offline and out on the full.
The first 4-0 forward this time, and it's a Double Blues having to go there.
So Todd Pemble been everywhere. High kick, turned over again though. Sharples had a good minute or so. Goes to Timmy Aldridge, who's bumped off the ball. May have added just a little mayonnaise on there. Oh, Timmy. Nonetheless, he's got the footy. And he's chiseling inside. Spoiled away by Hayes. Down is Stephenson as well.
Sounds like a crown favourite Sharples here by the supporters around us.
Right tackle, that's against a Boa, so was made to earn it. Charles Sharples.
Double Blues going to reset again and have another go 4-0 forward. They must convert here.
Needs to go deeper with the kick. It fell out the back and it's going to be out of bounds, but I'd love to see that kick just go to the hot spot.
Yeah, kick it towards the podium. You're absolutely right, Lockie. That's where the danger is going to come from. The Districts are set up well behind there, but there's still, if the ball's going forward, you've got momentum, especially in this sort of weather.
So kick it. We'll take this one for the Double Blues. Tried to take it out. It's taken without it. Umpire waiting and paying a free kick to kick it.
We were talking before about he's had a fairly long... I'm not going to pay to kick it. What are they going to pay to?
No, it's going to be to Collinson, my bad.
Collinson's got this one, and look, he's in a scoring position here, so they just need to make this one count to get themselves right back in the mix. Not that they're far out of it, but it'd just be a good bit of scoreboard pressure.
So Joseph Collinson, he's had a few cracks, hasn't been able to put one through. Both of them from a lot further out than this. This will take more skill than power. Perfect for a left footer. Kills it across the face again, and yet another behind for the Darwin Buffaloes. It could come to cost them. Margin back to 10 points.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's 7 scoring shots to 7, but they've still got a margin of 10 points, and that's in this sort of footy. You've got to make sure you're capitalising where you can with all that good play. Great kick out the back line.
Hayes is able to find Pemble, who can go through the middle of the ground.
Big
and
kick.
McPherson will rate himself, who gets out the back here. He's got the dour Timmy Aldridge to deal with, who just got it away before McPherson could drag him down. Another good passage of play. McPherson throwing his body in, but the Buffs go forward. Pemble trying to clean up. Going in was Napili. Aldridge dove over the top, and then the pack forms, but the umpire says, give it to me.
And McPherson, he's not a big player, but he plays like every player. He just gets in there, he throws himself around, and lots of skills. For mine, he's amongst the best tonight.
Powell won it. Numbers, Hayes. High kick. Now towards Locke. Foot race out towards him and Nicklin. Locke lost his footing. Ball bounced out.
Time ticks into just over 4.5 minutes, so they've got plenty of time here. They just got to keep resetting Buffs and going forward, and this is just got to do what they're doing, which is, whenever they've got an opportunity to go forward, they're very clean.
Power again. Sharples will be waiting. Got out the back.
Everybody missed it.
Power was tackled. Few players wrestling when the ball's not near him. Continuing was Hayes. McPherson, rugby-like at the moment. Tower.
It's about 24 players around the ball here.
McPherson chasing, but the kick got away. Now a bouncing ball in a bit of space.
Yeah.
Off the ground here from Deverne. Can he go distance with the kick?
Right idea.
And Pemble again.
Great hands there.
Tranter.
I was going to say, don't switch it to the sloggy side. Going straight through the middle. Not sure that was the best option.
McPherson's there. Collinson got rid of him. Diving out of it was Stephenson. Only handballed it as far as Trevena, who high kicked. Tried to find Pemble, who went back and got it. Found his boot, but no distance on the kick. Meant that it had to be slapped forward by Rowe. Now they get the ball in motion here, the Crocs. Can they get a handball forward? Trent has got other ideas as he dives on top of it. And the umpire will once again call a stalemate.
Plenty of ball-ups happening, and there's plenty of players around the ball here. Someone's just got to get out here to the dry side of the ground here and try and get some run going. Power again.
Starting to dominate in that ruck contest. Gets another slap forward, but coming through was Rowe, who was almost met by Power, missed the shoulder. So McPherson has to earn it. He's hit fairly enough through the middle. Locke gets it moving. Bouncing ball here. Big moment for the Crocs. If they can find around on the left boot, Carroll will dribble and goal.
That's just NTFL footy at its best. Just run, keep the ball going forward, turn around, Shaw off the left boot. I think that time and fantastic. It was a great goal, and that's what Crocs have done every time they've gone forward. Now they sit it down at 5 goals, 3-33. So pretty good scoring in these sort of conditions. Whereas on the other side of the ledger, Buffs haven't been able to split the big ones there, and they're sitting at 2 goals, 5-17. It's that ruck work. It seems to be where the strength is coming from at this stage, Lockie.
Yeah, it is. Powers dominating in there, but the midfielders, so the Buffs can't get on top. That was Travis Carroll with goal number 2, and what an important one it was. Gets out to 16 points. Becomes the biggest margin of the night for Southern Districts.
And there is some dry ground out this side and on the outside wing, so they're just trying to get it out both sides, but they're locking it in with all the players around the ball.
It's going to be a 6-6-6 infringement is what the Buffs are asking for, but we just need to get on with it.
They're not moving too fast.
Powell once again. Can't pick up cleanly. Kicking out of there was Armat. Moving it forward. Tranter, who's came into the game in the last 5 minutes or so. He's got Armat to deal with again. Tranter did well to get the handball up. Players losing their footing out on the far side as it teases the boundary line. Tranter again. Trying to slap and will and just get the ball in motion here for the Buffs. Tranter. Now soccering forward. Collinson handballing over the top. But the Crocs are playing in front. Was able to fall out to kick it. Who got the handball back to Collinson, who can make things happen as he kicks inside. A dribbling ball now to Timmy Aldridge. Needed to sit. Has to go back and get it, Aldridge. Could have been a free kick, but Hayes was able to get it away momentarily. Going back is Franklin. who finds it to the top of the goal square. How will this one sit?
What a great kick from Franklin that time. Just picked out the player running forward into the forward line. He's going to kick from about a metre and a half out, just on a very slight angle.
Eric Campbell kicked the only 2 goals for the Darwin Buffaloes. He can make himself a hero if he slots number 3.
It doesn't look like he's going to get it, and all of a sudden he just bobs up, and there he is. He's got the ball in his hand again for his 3rd, possibly.
Campbell from the pocket. Massive kick. Needs to go through. Squeezed up. Crowd will tell the story. And the Buffs cut it back to 10 points.
Their 3rd for the night, and that was there's none better than that. Just a hard running slog for wet weather footy goal, that one, and that's exactly what you've got to do in these sort of conditions. And if they can keep that up, the Buffs, they're going to even this up pretty quickly, because there wasn't a lot of chance for the districts to rebuff there. They've got some strong bodies, Buffs around the ball, and a lot of silky skills there too. So it's an interesting game of footy. There's a contrast in the way this is being played, but at the moment it's very, very enjoyable, and there's only a 10-point difference.
Last man standing sort of stuff. Plays just keep coming from the bench.
And it's a lot cooler than normal conditions up here tonight, so there's no fatigue happening from players.
Pollard back onto the ground. He's been wheeled back into the wall. Ball bouncing forward. Bit of time and space here. Slippery was Shapils, who kicked inside, but numbers were with the Crocs. DeBoer's got to be brave. Only got it as far as Eames, who handled it over his head. Going forward to Campbell, the man with the hot hand. Finds him, but went through his legs. Going back to get it, diving on a few of them was Stephenson. Finding out to Magrapillis, he's got to go back. Clever handball to Timmy, who had to put his head over the footy, and in doing so won himself a free kick.
Yes, he was brave there, and he did turn the ball up and down over, but he was able to keep his head over it, and he's got a kick here, which is going to put them in attacking position again. Every time Buffs go forward now, they're trying to get out wide, which is a good move. They've got those players running out wide. It gives them a chance to have a shot on goal each time.
Aldridge, one of the best kicks in this Buff side. If anyone can find a target, Aldridge would be one of them. Goes in the pocket looking for Brown, who tried to keep it in. I hope it does. Brown from the pocket. Can he put this through? Umpire said no. It's going to be a throw in.
Yeah, he tried. He kicked it off the side of the boot, even though it's a throw in. He was right on target there, but not quite to the polish that was required. So they've got a chance to reset again now, Buffs, and if they can get back-to-back goals here, it's going to make it very, very interesting.
Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. You think one more just makes this game so tight going into the last quarter.
11.5 minutes gone, so there's still plenty of time. There's a real chance for Buffs to get back on even heel here.
Hohagen got the hit out. Bouncing towards Franklin, who dives and crumbs. And they just throw themselves in there. The umpire will eventually call another stoppage.
Players absolutely caked in mud and sweat and tears. That's what you want in a grand final.
Play hit off the ball, down the field. Yep. Looks like Timmy Aldridge just sucked another opponent in. And then he gave it back. So Crocs eventually win the free kick. Kick down the line. Coming out at McGennickson. Haven't called much of his name in this third quarter, but he could be the difference. We know he can turn a game. He almost brought them back into it in last year's grand final. Kicks long down the line. Looking for Rowe, but misses him by a long way. And it's out on the full.
I think the temperature's sitting around at 23 degrees. It's quite cool for us up here, so we're almost going for the jackets and the jumpers and the Ugg boots, but it's certainly different conditions to what we play the first part of the season.
So Buffs. Butterfield. Ball's been played along the wings a lot more in this third quarter. Neither team opting to take the risk through the middle. You think that would change in the last quarter? Umpire will have it back here.
I think it's due to the conditions, Lockie. It's just so sloggy through there. They're trying to get some dry ground, apart from the fact that obviously it's an easy turnover and an easy goal from the middle too. Crowd's very much involved. There's lots of kids here tonight. There's families. There's people coming after work. It's a fabulous time to be playing footy, particularly here at the traditional home of footy, Gardens Oval.
Bounces through a few. Now Brown got pushed off it. Kick was dribbled out. But there are numbers here with the Buffs. Aldridge dove in but lost his footing at the wrong time. Trying to go with Lacera, who put a tackle on and then got tackled himself. And the umpire will have it back. You'd think there'd be more remonstration here. There's plenty going on. The crowd's waiting for a release. You can feel it. Tension is building. Hit forward. Hohagen. Been injected into the ruck. Trying to come through is Trevena. Kick went up high. Not favouring much, but it's just a matter of will at the moment. Rowe. McGennickson couldn't have given one away. And off the ball was a big hit there from Tranter, who's clearly given away a free kick. And Dane McGennickson, he can go quickly here.
Taranta's a bit silly there because the ball was in dispute. What a great kick. Kicked it forward. Goes
with the tall, but it's a 4-on-1. The one was out the back, and the one's kicked the goal! Carroll again, that's 3.
Once again, from a Buffalo's mistake, there's another goal kicked, and that's going to be something that they're going to have to address pretty quickly because that's just cost them. I think it's cost them 2 that I can think of, maybe 3 goals going forward. So it's a heartbreaker. What a great set of footy it was for the Districts. They just got the ball forward, big Torb go forward. Looked like he'd miskicked it, but it went over the back and put the one right through the big stick. So currently 6-3, 39 Districts playing, leading Buffs goes 3-5-23.
McGenniskin with a chaos ball inside 50. Things will happen when you do that, and Carroll's the one out the back. It was always going to slip and slide, but there were so many Buffs players there that could have cut it off, and unfortunately, it's back out to 16 points for the Double Blues. 2.5 minutes to go in the Premiership quarter. Hit out one by Pemble again. Lacera's got to go back and get it. Trevena was harder in and kicked towards the boundary line, but it won't be a bad result for the Crocs. We'll go to throw in.
You throw? Yeah, throw. I thought he was going to play deliberate. That'd be tough. They've just got a bit more class when they go forward. Districts, they've only kicked 3 points for the night, so 6 goals 3 is a pretty good effort in these conditions, especially in the grand final.
Power on the hit out from behind. Try to get it to Butterfield. How much more do the Buffs have? How prepared are they to go again?
Fitness will be an issue too, I'd think.
Magropoulos kicking towards Hayes.
It's important they don't let Districts in for another one here.
McPherson.
Stretch that goal to 22. That's a big lead.
Umpire. High contact free. It'll go the way of Jeremy McPherson, who's been really good for the Crocs. And a bit cheeky, just takes off and says, "You can't catch me." As the kick comes right off the side of his boot. Bit of karma. Well done from Pollard. His power, got the handball up and then was immediately tackled there by Trevena. Umpire will get it back.
So McPherson was playing the "I've got a sore stomach, I'm going to go back and kick it," and then just ran around him, so it didn't quite work for him that time.
Power. McGenniskin slapping it the wrong way. Capil dribbling it forward. Another chaos ball and another chance. The Buffs defenders have to be strong here. McGenniskin, Magropoulos just got it out of there and it was a good decision in the end. But there's plenty of numbers there with the Crocs who will be first to get it. Matt, he can be clean with football in hand. Kicking now. McGenniskin came at the footy hard. Might have been a big hit there. It was. It'll be against Aldridge. And it'll be McGenniskin again. It was against Timmy Aldridge. He came in late with the elbow.
You've got to keep your elbows down. You can't do that. You can put your body on, but you can't put your elbows up. You can't go anywhere near the head, and that's what happened there in this particular case.
Everyone was too worried about him. And in the end, they gave it away. And now Dane McGenniskin has the biggest kick of the night so far, right on the stroke of three-quarter time, to put it to 22 points. Kick comes in and keeps the Buffs in it with a behind.
Yeah, it's three-quarter times almost upon us. There it is, and that's something the Buffs have got to address. They've given away 2 or 3 reasonably soft free kicks, not required free kicks if you like, in packs, and you just can't do that in this type of footy. But we're just on three-quarter time now. The score's just gone off the screen there, so we've got 6-4, 40 to the Crocs. 3 goals, 5-23. To the Buffs, and I'm just looking in the middle there. There's a bit of talk happening. But we'll be back here after this three-quarter time break at Gardens Oval for the last quarter of a ripping grand final here at Gardens Oval.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch.
Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory,
We're here when you need us most.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval, where we've got a rip snorting grand final here for the men's Division 2 grand final here at Gardens Oval on Larrakia country, and co-commentator Lockie, we're just loving this sort of footy, aren't we?
Yeah, you're right, Dodgy. It's all to play for. 16 points, 17 points, should I say, is the margin. You have to think that the Darwin Buffaloes coach Thomas McDowell would have mentioned the rocket effect and just tried to bring on a bit of that emotion for these Buffs boys. William Rocket, obviously a committee member for the Buffs who passed away. They've been playing for him all season. They need him now. We're back underway. The final quarter of the grand final. All to play for. Pemble out of the ruck. Aldridge has been injected in the middle and he might get his first hands on it. Elects to just soccer it off the ground.
Good move.
They can get an early one here, Buffs. You just never know. Coming through hard was Darwin, who's taken the ground. Tranty got through him. Handball came up. Hayes just got dumped in the tackle. And the kick goes inside for the Buffs now. Nicklin had to be good. Kicker was in there too. And Franklin put the tackle on, asking the question. Handball slapped away. Tranter out of bounds.
It's just some big bodies going down everywhere here, and Kickett's in there and Tranter and those guys, they're just throwing themselves into the footy. It's just fantastic to watch.
Three-quarter time speech of the grand final that's tied is always stirring.
Something along the lines of the great Teddy Whitten's "Do something."
Power. The Buffs in the position now where they have nothing to lose. As I mentioned earlier in the call, it's been over 20 years since they won a men's senior premiership in any grade.
First goal is really, really important for both sides here. If Buffs get this, they're right in it. If District do, they've sort of just about stretched the lead a bit hard. But here they go again, fighting it out, and there's lots of bodies and balls throwing around. There's going to be a knock out the back there. Looks like the umpire's going to ball it up again. Oh no, it's going to pay a free kick. Advantage played.
Crocs run away. McGennixian. Great hands from the big fella. No arguing with that. Was simply better. Hook forward with the left. Out in front. Almost marked. DeSantis was good. Came back. Kicked forward. Once again though. Nathan Trevena held on to it.
It's a kick-to-kick in the backyard at the moment.
If the Buffs get the first early, there will be considerable hope.
Call it as we said. Lockie, what do you reckon?
Timmy Aldridge with a bit of a brain fade.
He was called to walk away, and he didn't do it, and it's going to cost his team a goal here, I think.
Must say, there's been a lot less than that paid today. A lot tougher things go, but right now it's Nathan Trevena. And if he was able to stretch this margin to 23 points.
He's sliced it.
We'll hope to get out the back and become a 3-goal game.
Rough justice probably, because it was a bit soft. But, I mean, it was there. Umpire was within his rights to pay it, but they haven't, as you said, there's been less paid, tougher ones not paid tonight.
Yehu off the side of his boot.
Not sure
now snapping around again. Carroll was smothered, luckily, but coming through was Lewis, who shot at goal. He's another behind.
They're pushing Districts. As the crowd gets a bit restless here in the double blues area. They're just sort of looking a bit concerned here. They must get the ball forward and lock it in their forward line as the rain comes tumbling down again here in Darwin.
Ball in front of the interchange gates. Coming through with pace. Sarah is tripped. You'd think it was a trip, but the umpire might just have it back.
He called play up. It was one of the strangest decisions I've seen.
Sarah begging and pleading for the trip, because he clearly was, but ball up. Aldridge once again just throwing his body in there, luckily handballing into the umpire. Sarah kicking the ball off the ground, kicking his arm mat, getting the ball back inside. McGennixian is there, bouncing out the back and tumbling towards Pollard. Slap forward by Franklin. Hayes losing his footing at the wrong time. So did Stephenson. Still able to get a kick to ball, but it only went as far as Bowell. He's got the cleanest jersey out there.
They're trying the chaos ball again, Districts, as they go forward.
Long and high ball, but numbers again. Mick. Kick in the middle. They're flooded back. Capil.
Set up so well behind the ball all day, Districts. You've got to pay it to their coaching staff.
Slides into the pocket. Getting in a rare drop. Just kept it in. Going back to get it. The umpire continuing to move things on. Warren had to be careful. Well done from Power. Got it to Aldridge, who got around a few. Bit off more.
He did well then.
But he could chew. Kicked out wide. Magropoulos is just dumped again in the tackle. Holding the man, so the Buffs get a free kick in the middle of the ground. It's a good spot here, but they need to get pace on the ball.
Just need to get the ball moving. Get it moving now.
Magropoulos does. Just goes high and long. A good strong mark there. They were on if the Buffs, if that went to ground. The Pemble standing strong, the skipper.
Kier trying to give away a 50-metre penalty there. I'm not too sure what he was trying to do.
Ewan.
They don't have to panic here, Lockie. They can just take their time and work it forward here.
There's still plenty of time left.
Oh, slipped over at the wrong time.
They need one soon. High contact will go the way of the Buffs. Eames was hit in the face.
Eames has been good tonight.
Just needs to go through the middle. Needs to take it on here. They've got nothing to lose, the Buffs. There's no point going long down the line. Take the risky kick. Roll the dice. They have to now.
He does go
He's doing that. It's not the option. It's out on the full. Crocs get it back.
Just seem to have lost their way a bit here, Buffs, and this is the time for Districts to really slam home the advantage and lock this away. If they can get one or two more, it's one goal more. It's probably going to be all over.
Short, Tranter, socketed off ground. Players losing their footing everywhere. Aldridge going in hard again. Collinson's faded out of it. Kick coming out from Kickett. Found the boundary line. You'd think it'd be a throw in.
He's been good tonight, Aldridge, hasn't he? In everything, tries hard, always lively. And still running as hard now as he was at the start of the game, the district champion.
Yeah, one of the harder men you'll meet, Timmy Aldridge. In and under again. Umpire will have it back again. Time ticking away.
And he seems to be enjoying these conditions, doesn't he? It's that sort of play that those players love when you load to the ground, but you've got all those skills.
21 points, the biggest margin of the night. The Crocs have just inched their way there, slowly but surely. Aldridge, once again, having so many Crocs to deal with, but he wins another. Well, it's going to be a ball up. You think it had to have been a free kick.
Should have been. So plenty of noise coming from the district supporters too down there as well as the Crocs. So we're right in the Buffs zone here, but there's plenty of noise coming from further down the ground. It's an exciting game to watch.
What a war it has been. Tripping Aldridge then gives away a free kick. So Crocs back on the ball. Handball short.
They're almost jogging back to position here, Buffs. I don't like the look of that.
Capil kicking long. McGennigan, you'd rate him if it bounced out the back. Well done from the Buffs defender to slap it forward. But Todd Hayes will be the first man on the scene. He's able to cleverly handball it to himself. Has another Buff player to deal with. Tries to do it twice. Ended up going to McGennigan. Ball staying in. Hayes slapping forward. Franklin got the handball and got it back and eventually handballs it out of bounds. So a throw in. 10 minutes to go in the grand final. 21 points is the margin. Crocs leading.
They're trying to will themselves back in the game here, Buffs, but they just run out of a few ideas. They've that big defensive punch forward was good, but that's just individual stuff. They've got to get playing as a team as they were, getting the ball out wide and running it in. Led all night, District, so they've done a great job with the game so far.
Travis Carroll's kick three for the Crocs. Matt McGennigan and Rowe all with singles. Eric Campbell's the only goal scorer for the Buffaloes with three of them.
His runner's going out everywhere, trying to get some pattern happening. The runner couldn't get across the middle because the umpire was standing there, but he's got the player off.
Ball in the pocket. Kick going forward. Buffs in front. McGennigan's dangerous. DeSantis is there. Gets to the boundary, so we'll get another throw in, but precious seconds just ticking away here.
And coming up straight after this game, we've got a women's Division 1 grand final match, which you're calling, Lockie. Should be a terrific game too.
Yeah, absolutely. Nightcliff versus Tracy Village. Don't go anywhere. Massive fortnight of NT footy coming your way. Out of the pack was Travis Carroll. Kicked up high. Dangerous times. Tunnel ball. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of DeSantis.
Last roll of the dice, you'd think, although there's still plenty of time, but they've just, the way the ball's going down there, it's getting caught up, so they've got to get this ball moving quickly.
Yeah, time's ticking away now. It's all or nothing, you'd think, for the Buffs. Aldridge.
Approximately 7 minutes left. How
much has he got left? Kicked it towards the boundary, so throw in, but they need to take every risk now, the Darwin Buffaloes.
And it is an issue at this level, but at all levels of senior footy. The pace at which this game was played at the start has taken its toll on some of these players. The conditions, they're sort of walking around with the players now, so I can't see it being a change, but if they can get the ball moving forward, you just never know. They can get a couple of quick ones.
Yeah, just the pure physicality that this game has been played at. Take it out of any man, and
we've loved it, haven't we? We've loved this sort of game.
We have. There'll certainly be a few well-earned tonight from both teams, but it looks like the Crocs will be the ones with the celebratory ones. Hayes, kick forward. 57 years old, if you can believe it, the number 8. for the Crocs.
Can he come back and play his 58th year? I'm not sure.
Certainly looks like he can.
He's fit enough.
Went over the top of Kickett. There he is on cue. Hayes kicking forward, but a turnover to Stephenson. So has to go through the middle of the ground here, Stephenson. No more time to waste. Plenty of numbers with the Crocs as they flood back. A juggling mark will be brought down by Trevena, who's been one of the best for the Crocs tonight.
Definitely. They've had a few out there, and Armat and those guys just classy, aren't they?
Spoiled. Aldridge dribbling over. A few slumped heads, a few displeased looks. The Buffs crowd certainly quiet down, and the Crocs are just starting to find their feet.
The flags are flying in their supporters area there, and I think they got this one.
Handball through. Belting ball forward. Found out the back. Would have been touched. Still went through from behind. So
just ticking on to 12 minutes, probably 5 minutes to play, maybe 6. When they've got 6 minutes to roll the dice again, and they may as well have a go. Just as you said, go down the middle, have a trap. He goes out wide again.
Collinson.
Good kick this time.
Nice kick to New. He wastes no time. Kicks a high ball. Pack out the back. Numbers once again with the red, white and black. But they fumble. Capel. Kick smothered. Good effort there from Franklin. Burying in again, but he has to continue to go. Umpire will have it back.
He wasn't keen to give a second and third effort that time, Franklin. I wouldn't call him out too much on it because it's the end of the game, but that was the difference between the two sides there.
This ball right in front of the crowd. Hit out down. Aldridge seeing it over. Have it back again. Aldridge will no doubt try to draw a fight and find a free kick in there somewhere. He goes at Armour. Franklin and O'Hagan. Halved in there. Free kick will go the way of the Crocs. O'Hagan wins it. You just sort of see these points of grand finals when the losing team knows it's over, they get a bit reckless.
Pretty lucky not to give a 50-metre penalty. They were told twice to get clear and they didn't.
Carroll takes the mark. He's kicked 3. What a night he's had.
Almost dry on this side, Lockie.
He's had a fantastic grand final, Travis Carroll. And he's kicking long inside 50, searching for the sealer here. Coming out was Armour. He was tackled by 2 Buffaloes. Didn't get the handball away in time, and it's a free kick. New. Go short.
Absolutely nowhere to go here.
Finds Pollard.
Bereft of ideas here.
Just has to kick long to a pack.
Turn straight over, of course.
Capel takes the mark of the day there. A nice intercept with the 1 mitt.
Mark of the day. I love it. And there's about 3.5 minutes to go, and I think this one is locked away. So well done to Districts. They've led all night. They've had the answers. They've set up well behind the ball, and they've been really clean going forward into goals.
Handball up. Aldridge has to run away quickly. Got the handball. Butterfield tried to get it to him. Aldridge
hasn't stopped trying.
Dancing in the pocket. Hayes is there too. Ball out of bounds. 3 minutes to go in the grand final.
Has the rains finally stopped? Oh no, it hasn't. It's come back again. So it's going to be a wet old game coming up in the Women's Division 1 grand final. Tracy Village and the 90 Nightcliff Tigers.
Hack off the ground, so Collinson will get the free kick. He's just faded out of it a little bit. Collinson had a great first half, but unfortunately, like most in this second, just hasn't been able to find as much of it. Tackle in the middle of the ground from Alex Capel, who also for the Crocs has been fantastic.
Yeah, Capel has been one of the few that have kept going all night. There's not that many in the double blues that sort of kept running all game, mainly because of the fact they were just under pressure the whole time.
Lock in there. Handball out. Tranter kicking away. Out towards another foot race. Bouncing out towards DeBoer, who has to be quick. He's got Devern, who wanted it more. Brown went with the one hand. It was taken hot. Had his head ripped off on the far side.
It's happened to him a couple of nights, just Brown that time.
Sean Brown. Kicks high. And wayward, so out on the full. Crocs have led from start to finish here.
And the Crocs have done what they do. They've had a great season. They finished off well with a big win here in the Men's Division 2 Grand Final. Lockie, who do you think's been the stars amongst that lot?
Yeah, Todd Pemble, the skipper in the ruck. This man Hayes has been fantastic. Travis Carroll's hard to go past with 3 goals. The Crocs kicked 3 in the first quarter. They've led since then. The Buffs have always just been a step or two behind. Long down the line, coming at it, Aldridge. Went past him. Ball in motion.
And you'd look at that scoreline, let's go 6 goals, 7:43 is not that good, but it certainly is in these conditions under this sort of pressure, so it's probably worth another 3 or 4 in a dry day.
Carroll trying to get one last one, and he finds a chest long. And it's Benjamin Evans who takes the mark 15 metres out.
He's certainly been a contributor, hasn't he, Evans, and reward for effort here, you'd hope. Probably going to be the last kick in this grand final, and he's going to line up from not very far out, and there's nobody. Oh yes, there's someone on the goal line now. I was going to say nobody's bothered to get to the goal line for the double loose.
So Ben Evans to adjust the score and to finish it off.
Magnificent goal.
That's the moment you play footy for.
Yep.
And Ben Evans is able to make it the sweetest of nights for Southern Districts.
As the Crocs bench is celebrating with the big flags and the red, white and black down there, and they're singing pretty well. It's been a fantastic win for them. There it is.
So the Crocs win the grand final in the Men's Division 2 of the NTFL. They right the wrongs of last year, coming so close. But in season 25-26, they are the premiers.
And they did a reset straight after that grand final, decided this is what they wanted to do this year, and they've done it, and they just led all night with some fantastic play all around. And as you said, that first 3 goals of the first quarter was where they sort of put the brakes on, the Buffs. Buffs tried hard all night, but just didn't have the ability or skills or perhaps the manpower to go with them when the chips were down. And 7 goals, 7:49 is a fantastic scoreline in these conditions. 3 goals, 5:23 Buffs. They can hold their heads high. They've had a great season. They'll be back again next year to do it again, I'm sure. They'll be competing.
Yeah, it has. So that is all she wrote here at Gardens Oval for the Men's Division 2 in season 25-26. What a grand final it was. Southern Districts premiers here. Dodgy, it has been a pleasure to be with you this evening.
Thank you.
And stay tuned now for Women's Division 1 clash, live and free on AFL NT. We'll talk to you shortly.
Number 2, Peter Copp, if he's still there, to the hospital. Rising numbers in the thing. Number 3, Adam Buckets, Lorraine. Number 4, Jeremy McPherson, Jezza. Number 5, Ryan Shears. Number 6, Alex Cabell. Number 8, Tony Hayes. Number 9, Benny Boyle. Number 10, Nathan Trevena. Number 11, Kenny Clark. Number 13, Tony Pemble. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. He's the captain. Number 15, Ben Evans. Number 17, Sam Turnbull. Number 18, John DeBoer. Number 20, Lazo Joseph Lee. Number 22, Benjamin Arnett.
means so much to all of us. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Bryce and Newmark Tavern, will be coming to Roy and Newmark Tavern tomorrow at some stage, I think. But thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you to the committee, everybody at the club that helps. Thank you to all our helpers around the team, amazing water runners, our physios, our trainers. You all just make it click and make it work for us. You get us out in the park every week. Look after us. Today, our runner doesn't get a medal, but what a champion bike he ran more than anybody tonight. So thank you. This is so special for a whole lot of reasons. We know what those reasons are. This lovely lady knows what these reasons are. We've done it to all of us. We've done it to the pub, or we've done it to Chris as well. So thank you. Thank you to everybody down for your support. You've been amazing. The crowd's been amazing. Great support. We've got it all the way. So thank you guys.
And before we leave that cup, actually, we still need to present a medal to the incredible coach of the Southern Districts Football Club, Gareth Lewis. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gareth, for those amazing words. It is now our great pleasure to present the Premiership Cup and Premiership Flag to the Southern District Cross. Top member of Backrow and the whole team, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2025-26 NTFL TIO Men's Division 2 champions. Gavin Fuchs and Lane Fuchs.